How you doing? If I could focus your attention to 2 Kings 4 and 6, we're going to talk about Elisha when he goes up to this widow woman that has a lot of debt, and they're coming to take her sons because of this debt. And 2 Kings 4 and 6, it says, "And it came to pass, when the vessels were full, that she said unto her son, Bring me yet a vessel. And he said unto her, There is not a vessel more, and the oil stayed." Now, you recognize this is after the instruction of Elisha, that when he said, gather all the vessels you can. He told this widow woman to gather all these vessels so he can bring them to her and put her sons out, put everyone out, so he can fill the oil and then turn around and sell the oil. But see, she didn't have as many vessels, so he asked her to go borrow every vessel that was available to her. You look at Elisha didn't ask her to go borrow a certain kind of vessel. Any vessel that was available, he asked her to borrow. You see, there's different kind of vessels. There's glass, plastic, wood. There's many vessels that was available for this woman to fill with oil and sell the oil to pay her debt off. So you see, there's different kind of vessels, and you also have different purposes of vessels. Some is to put flowers in. Some are to make things more beautiful, to put flowers in, or some are insulated to hold hot content. So you have different kinds of vessels, different purposes of vessels. But you see, no matter what kind of purpose and different, they're like us humans. In this daily walk with Christ, we have different callings. Some may be called to a missionary field. Some may be called to the evangelistic field, or to stay at the home church and work at the home church. So whatever kind of calling you have, or whatever different kind you are, what different kind of purpose that God has for your life, we see all these vessels had something in common. They were empty. They were empty to be filled with this oil. And you see, as us, as humans, as Christians, I say, there's all kinds of different purposes, all kinds of different kinds and purposes of, as Christians. But there's one thing we all have to have in common. We all can't be filled with the things of this world. We all have to be filled with the anointing of God. As you go on your daily walk, just ask God's Spirit to dwell inside you, to be empty, as these vessels were in Elisha. So you see, God uses empty, the willing vessels, and God ran out of vessels. We see we see Elisha, as we asked her, and she was filling these vessels. She ran out of vessels. She didn't run out of oil. So we notice that God doesn't run out of spirit. God doesn't run out of power to help anybody. There's always that power there. He just runs out of vessels to fill. So today, be an empty vessel that God can use and God can work through to meet a need of somebody, to meet your own need. Thank you today. Appreciate it.